In the previous video, we create this interface that it doesn't do nothing. You can put numbers right there and you can push the buttons, but it doesn't do nothing. In this video, we are gonna make this interface work using JavaScript. To do this, we need to go to our JavaScript file, and right here we're gonna create functions. Functions that are gonna be fired or triggered when we push a button. For example, we know that we need one function to convert whatever is here to Celsius and another function to convert whatever is here to Fahrenheit and put the information right here. So let's gonna create two functions. Function, and let's gonna call this function to cell for Celsius, and open and close, and let's gonna just make two to it works. So let's gonna say console.log inside to cell, and let's gonna create a second function, and that is gonna say to fa for Fahrenheit, and let's gonna do console.log inside to fa. Save it. Now let's gonna refresh and let's gonna push the button and nothing appears right here. It's supposed to, and when I push, nothing appears right here. The reason why nothing appears is because we has not tell HTML that when we push the button, we would like to run a specific code in the JS code file. How do we do that? Okay, in this part right here, let's gonna give it a space for both buttons, and let's gonna say on click equals open and close. And in this part right here, let's gonna put the name of the function that we wanna run. To cell, open and close, and in this one it's gonna be slightly different. To fa, and as well open and close parentheses. Before anything, there is something that I did that I need to change right now really quick. Is this part right here. I need to close this quotation. Okay. Save changes, and let's go and refresh. And when I push this button, I want you to pay attention to this part right here. Inside of cell. Now I'm gonna push Fahrenheit. Inside of Fahrenheit. Good. That means that when we push the buttons, whatever is happening right here, it gets triggered. Whatever is code. So let's gonna put the code that we really need. The very first thing that we need to do is we need to get the number that we have. Basically, we need to say, grab the number that is inside here and storage somewhere. We're going to create a variable. We're going to call it in temp for the temperature that we put in. And this is going to be equals to document get element by ID, then open and close parentheses, open and close quotations, and put num1. Where do I get this num1? This num1 is this one right here. Do you remember in the HTML, it has an ID of num1, num1 right here. And from that specific element, I would like to have only the value. And just to make sure that things are going good, I want to print this number just to make sure that I have it. So I'm gonna put in temp, and I want to do exactly the same for my function that is gonna create the Fahrenheit. Save the changes and refresh. Let's go 100 Celsius, 100 ampere. Good. Now what happened if I put 84 and push Fahrenheit? 84. So both of them are working. Now it's time to do the math. To do this, we are going to create another variable that is called total. and total is going to be equal to, open and close parentheses, in temp, and this we want to subtract 32, and the answer we would like to divide it between 1.8 and save. One more thing that I would like to do, I would like to also to print the value. So in this case, I'm gonna cut this part right here, because just put this one right here, and I'm gonna change what I want really. Is total. We need to do something very similar in here. Bar total is equals to, open and close parentheses, inside open and close parentheses, 1.8, and this is going to be multiplied by the number that we have in temp, and whatever we have left we want to add 32. I want to print total, save, refresh. 100 Celsius to Fahrenheit, 212, and 84 to Celsius, 28 and 88 with too many decimal places. I would like to have less decimal places. To fix the number of decimals that we have right here, we are going to use this line right here. Basically is total. That means that we are grabbing the variable that we had before and we're going to say equal to the same variable, but we are going to modify it with a function that we have that is called to fix 2. What it's going to do is going to grab the number and it's going to slash decimal points until we have only 2. And let's going to use exactly the same one in this part right here. Let's going to save our changes. Let's going to refresh, and let's going to say 84 Fahrenheit to Celsius, and it's just 89. And it's going to say 57.45 to Fahrenheit, and 135 and 41. Okay, but actually we don't really want these numbers, even though we have them and they look beautiful, we want them right here. Now we need to tell to the computer that we want to put the result right there. The way that we're going to be doing that is going to be by document get element by ID, open and close parentheses, and in this case the ID is gonna be the ID from this place right here, the second one, which is NUM number 2, num2, and we want the value, but we want to modify the value to be equal to total, and we would like to have exactly the same line right here. Save the changes, refresh the page. 100 Fahrenheit are equals to 212, and 87 Fahrenheit are equals to 30.56 Celsius. Good. And now it's working, but it's missing just one small thing. In this one right here, we have a button that we can use to clear. Let's gonna add that button, and actually we don't even have that button right here. So after the breaking line of the very last one, let's gonna add the button. And To make it easier, let's gonna copy one of the buttons that we have already. Just copy, paste it right there, and instead of saying Celsius, let's gonna say clean. And let's gonna create a new function to clean that is gonna be called function clean. Open and close. And in my index.html, on click, I wanna run the function clean. And what this function is gonna do is basically what this function is gonna do is I want to get the value document, get element by ID, number 1, and also, and I want to grab that number and make it equals to anything, nothing actually. And I want to do exactly the same for num2. Let's go and save the changes, refresh the page, and right here 100 equal to 212 clean, and it's clean from this place right here. Now 87.45 Fahrenheit, I want to change them to Celsius, 30.81, clean them. And with this, our application, it's finished.